Welcome to my class. And now I want to tell you about the fantastic facts. This is amazing. And before I start, subscribe please. I want to share to you 500 fantastic facts. It's gonna be take quite long. It's okay, just take your time. The solar system. Do you know how old our solar system is? If it were celebrating its birthday, it will be its 4.6 billion one now. Mercury was named after the Roman god messenger who wore winged sandals and was known for his speed. The planet was so named as it seemed to move faster than the other planets. Jupiter, the biggest of all the planets. It's so big that 1,000 Earths can fit in it. What is also interesting in the fact that the largest planet of our solar system has the shortest planetary day, just 9 hours. Did you know that the ring planet Saturn has relatively less mass? Yes, Saturn is made up mostly of hydrogen and helium, the two lightest elements in the universe. Who had the honor of giving Pluto its name? A scientist? A famous astronomer? No, Pluto was named by an 11-year-old schoolgirl from the UK, Venetia Burney, in 1930. You already know that the core of the Sun is the hottest place in the solar system. But did you know that the Sun alone accounts for 99.86% of the mass of the whole solar system? It's been discovered that there was water on Mars. So the stories about there being life on Mars and aliens visiting Earth could be true. Hi, it's interesting, isn't it? Don't forget to subscribe, please. You have probably heard of Halley's Comet, but do you know how the comet got its name? It is named after Edmund Halley, who not only discovered the comet but also proved to the world that comets move in orbits, which made it easier for people to calculate when the comet could be sighted again. The first asteroid to be discovered was Ceres. This asteroid is so large. This is the largest asteroid. Meteorites are constantly falling to the Earth. Almost 4 billion of them fall to Earth every day. But a chance of meteorite when meteorite hits the Earth, it's called a mere meteorite. Did you know that the last mass extinction that destroyed 85% of the species on the Earth, including the dinosaur, occurred when an asteroid hit the Earth? The impact changed global climatic conditions so much that most creatures inhabiting the planet could not survive. Galaxies and stars. Did you know that the word galaxy comes from gala, the Greek word for meal? Why would they choose to use this word? It was because when people look through telescope, galaxies appear as milky, cloudy areas. Well, that justifies the name Milky Way for our galaxy. The largest natural arrangement in space is a huge wall of galaxies. You might be wondering, how long is this large configuration? Well, it is 1.32 billion. It is 1.37 billion light years long. And talking about large formations, the largest galaxy, Abell 2029, is so big that its diameter is 80 times bigger than that our Milky Way. Jupiter has some weighty issues. It is heavier than all of the other planets put together, and its gravitational pull is such that it absorbs most of the comets and meteors that happen to fly fast. Telescopes. The largest space telescopes in NASA, Hubble Space Telescope, which weighs 11 tons and is 13.1 meters long. And do you know which is the highest resolution optical telescope in the world? It is the Swedish 1 meter solar telescope on La Palma in the Canary Islands. It uses a mirror in the path of the sunlight that alters its shape 1,000 times in a second to compensate for any atmospheric changes. And this is the world's second largest optical telescope are the Keck 1 and 2nd telescope at the Mauna Kea Observatory in Hawaii, USA. La Palma, Canary Island, Spain is famous not only for the highest resolution telescope, but also for the largest optical telescope in the world. Did you know that the Greenwich Meridian, also known as the Prime Meridian, passes through an observatory? Yes, it does, through the Royal Observatory founded by King Charles in 1675. And did you know that a telescope featured in a James Bond film? The giant 305-meter dish of the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico features in the final shot of the film GoldenEye. Wow, this flight to the space. The first animal to sit in a rocket and be launched, although not into space, was Albert first in 1948. A male rhesus monkey. He and his successor Albert II, who was the first monkey in the space, passed away during this test. The first animal to orbit after being launched was Laika, a female husky. She was sent on Sputnik 2nd on 3rd November 1957. They didn't know how to bring her back, so after 10 days in orbit, Laika died. On vacation in space, yes, that's right. American Dennis Tito was the first space tourist and paid $20 million for his Russian Soyuz flight to the International Space Station. Do you want to go to the space? Still continue. A lot of things are waiting to share. And this is our Earth. Our Earth doesn't take 24 hours to complete one rotation, but 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds. And do you know why our Earth is called the blue planet? That is because when seen from space, our Earth looks like a huge blue ball. And where does the Earth get its blue color from? From the water, which reflects the blue light of the sky above. And do you know that the moon is the Earth's natural satellite? Okay, I think we have to finish this part first and we will continue to another part. Don't forget, just stay tuned in our class. We will come back with another fantastic facts.